Hi, it's me, Vamp, and this is my first actual hands-on look of Nidus. It is, he is not a bad frame at all from what I hear and what I've seen in other videos. He has these cool special abilities, which when I do a review on him, in a future video, probably next week if all goes well, after I properly get to control him and manipulate him to my will, then we will have a proper review on him. But for now, if I just showed him in gameplay, you would just see the first ability, kind of boring, right? Well, let's go over his powers first, then we'll go over his stats and all that. His first power, Vigilance, rupture the ground with a damaging fungal growth that steals energy from each enemy it strikes. For every 5 enemies hit, the infestation mutates, multiplying its destructive force. Okay, so basically what it means is Nidus has a stacking ability. I don't know if you were familiar with Borderlands, but in Borderlands 2, there's a character called Gage. She has stacking abilities. Krieg had some stacking abilities. It works exactly like that in the stacking mechanic sense. The first ability, basically the more stacks you have, the more damage it will do. And you'll get stacks by hitting enemies with this. So you'll hit 5 enemies with this first ability, you'll get a stack. Second ability, Larva. Spawn an infested pod that erupts with tentacles, latches onto nearby enemies and pulls them in. Basically, you throw out a tentacle monster type thing and just pull them all in from what it looked like from the picture there, obviously. And I've seen it in action, so that's what you do. Parasitic link, bind to a target with a parasitic link. For allies, both the host and Nidus deal increased damage. Linked enemy take the damage inflicted on Nidus. I believe the cap is up to 90%, but that's pretty awesome. As far as I know, they also take the knockdowns and all that too, so that seemed pretty cool. And final ability, Ravenous. Let's see. Gluttonous maggots swarm nearby enemies, feasting until they are hit with vigilance and burst with infestation. The maggots benefit from mutation, and each enemy hit adds to the mutation stack. I actually did not know they benefit from mutation, but his final ability, which is a passive, but much like Enos, his passive, he has an ability for a passive. I bring up Enos because he is a lot like Enos in some ways, and I'll show you guys when we look at his stats. If Nidus is killed with at least 15 stacks of mutation, those 15 stacks are consumed. But they are consumed for a reason, because it grants him 5 seconds of invulnerability, which, translates to invincibility, and restores 50% of his health. So he had a little bit of defy in there. which, some would argue that it's stronger or weaker than D5, but let's not get into that debate now. So far, so good. Now, let's look at his stats, shall we?
Well put together, operator.
Okay, first of all, let's see that he has an aura.
Pilot is proud.
He had the same aura as my Valkyr does, I guess. So, I didn't even know I had that aura. Oh well, whatever. The reason I bring that up because for Valkyr, I always use Steel Charge, and that's what I'll probably always use for him as well. Steel Charge. That's handy, dandy, right?
Tenno, a new alert has
Okay,
begun. It will be
so
on navigation.
also, as you see, he has a V polarity and a D polarity, both innate, which isn't bad at all. But let's get into his stuff. Armor. He had 300 armor. He had 150 health. This is at base level, by the way. He has 100 power, 0 shields, which is why we, mentioned about Nidus. Mentioned Enros, because Enros had no shields also. So this is the second Warframe in Warframe history to do the whole no shield thing. And as you can see, even if I were to put a redirection, it's still no shields because it's a percentage, and any percentage of 0 is still 0 the last time I checked. So yeah, we will put that on because that will, keep him alive. We might want to put a steel fiber on. Nah, we'll see how it works. It probably won't be good. I just always put this on. You guys don't want to see me try to mod a frame. You guys are probably screaming right now, no, Vamp, that's all wrong. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? But I can recommend right now that you guys put a rage on him. He doesn't have any shield, so he's only going to benefit from rage. That's my logic anyway. Intensify, because why heck not? I said heck instead of what I normally say. Okay, so his efficiency doesn't matter much, I'll be honest. The only reason it doesn't matter much is because of the fact that his third and fourth ability, I should have mentioned it earlier, they don't have an energy cost. His parasitic link and Ravenous thing, they use stacks. So parasitic link uses 1 stack, I believe, and Ravenous uses 4 stacks, if I'm not mistaken. The first 2 abilities use energy. So you will need energy. Keep that in mind. But his last 2 abilities do not use energy. Now, I know I just got finished saying that it's not necessarily important about efficiency, but for now I'm going to put Streamline on. I want his first ability to cost less. Not 28, not bad, not bad. Could be a lot worse. Oh yeah, his first ability also refunds energy, so that's not bad. It's telling me he had less refund rate because of the fact that it cost less to cast. But that's okay with me. this was the first look at Nidus. I know it lingered on forever, but we got through it, right? And I know you guys will want to know stuff about him, so I tried to go into as much detail as I could for this first look. Since it would be boring to show a gameplay right now, I'm not going to. This is my absolute first look. So yeah, with that said, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Later.